2.
Hey, welcome to Stuck in Beta. I'm Greg. With me is Josh, and that's it. Just Josh. How you doing?
Just Josh.
Just
I'm good.
Josh. Hey, man. Sometimes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sometimes I wonder if all our chat messages come through. So I'm gonna actually go into the little live thing here. And
You only wonder about this sometimes, not all the time.
yeah, sometimes I don't see comments going across, and then later on I'll be like, hey, there was comments this whole time, so we'll see. Anyway, it's going to be a great show today, right?
Sure.
I think Josh, other Josh, do we actually ever use his
OJ.
last name? He is South Carolina?
That's what he said.
We have no idea
But
why
South
he's
Carolina, but then he was talking about going to Asheville. So is he in North Carolina or South Carolina?
there. Well, maybe he's probably going north to go home.
Oh, maybe. Have they been in... He didn't really talk about that they were going somewhere, did he?
No. He didn't say anything last week.
Maybe he ran away from home.
It could be. I mean, that's possible.
But he took the kids with him, so that'd be kind of
Yeah.
counterproductive to run away and take
Yeah.
your kids.
It's like the whole I'm going out to get cigarettes, and then you
Yeah.
never come up back. But if you're going out to get cigarettes and bring the kids with you,
Yeah, what's the point?
yeah, okay, yeah, I don't get it. So, man, life happens.
Yeah?
I don't know why I said that. Molly and I had a little date night the other night. Last Saturday we had a babysitter, and we planned on going to one of the places, an Italian place we like called Maggiano's.
Yeah, we've been there.
And they have this really neat, they have like a secret menu within the menu. You pull out the center of the menu. And there's like all these different pastas and stuff. But they have this 2 for $50. Like you get appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert.
Yeah.
And it's usually really good. Oh, and then a meal to take home with you too.
Seriously?
Yeah. So you get a lot of food there. And we were pretty excited. I'm like, I'm not eating lunch. I want to be ready. So we get there. We made a reservation. We got there. We've been there several times, had excellent service.
Yeah.
When it comes to servicing.
Oh, here we go. Okay. It's a Greg story.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We sit down and we're at our seat. And
Well, that's where you sit down.
That's usually where you sit. Our server, she comes by and basically she asks about our drinks or whatever, and that was like the last we saw of her.
Wow.
For like 10 minutes or so. Maybe 10. Well, she disappeared, and she kept passing our table. We had our menus closed. Obviously, we were ready to order.
Right.
She kept passing our table. There was a table right next. Hey, you need another beer? And then she came right to our table, turned around to a table behind us, and took their order. Then she went and took someone else's order. I was like, what did we do? I don't know.
Wow.
So.
Did you date her at one time?
No. And we've had, she was even like, hey, what do you want? It wasn't a good, start.
Yeah.
Because we've been there before, and there's been excellent service because you're like, okay, I say it's 2 for $50. Once it comes down to everything, your bill's about $100 or so.
Yeah.
Because drinks and then add-ons and stuff like that. So it's not a cheap place to eat,
Try to think.
So
yeah.
But Yeah, another guy we've had, he like walked over the menu with us. He like we told him, I think right before Millie was born, it was our anniversary. We're like, oh yeah, she's due in a couple days, and it was our anniversary. They brought out like some cookies and extra things, and so they've always been. And this time, no. So we like got up and left, and there was a what's the
P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's. You knew exactly what it was. Oh, you probably saw Molly's Facebook.
Yeah.
So we walked down there, and actually Molly mentioned it. I hope we don't have to wait a long time and stuff like that to the hostess, and they said, "Oh no, we're
like,
putting."
Oh great!
No, they said we're putting you into the veteran section, and our waitress was really good, and it was a good meal, but
P.F. Chang's is good too.
I really like them, but when you're wanting Italian and you end up getting Chinese sometimes.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'm trying to think of the time we went to Maggiano's. It was okay. I'm not a real big Italian food fan though.
So we normally,
which is funny because that's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
A lot of time, we love going to the places on the hill or whatever, but sometimes you just want something. Maggiano's is a chain.
The Hill sounds good.
Yeah, there's some good restaurants down there that we've hit a lot of them.
Yeah, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
So we went to Kansas. Did I tell you? Did you know we went to Kansas? Did I tell you?
I saw your pictures. Yeah.
So we went to see Annette's grandma.
Okay.
And because we haven't been to her house in a good while, and yeah, that's a 7 hour, more or less 7 hours after you stop to pee once or twice drive. And I tell you what, we've done that trip in Annette's car once or twice. Annette's old car once or twice, Dodge Charger. Miserable trip. Just sitting 7 hours in that car. It's a sports car. The suspension is very rough. The seats were not super comfortable.
Yeah, it's not meant for long road trips.
No, it's meant to go really fast for really
speed.
short amounts of time.
Yeah.
This new car she has, holy crap! I could have driven.
I didn't know Annetta got a new.
Annetta?
Why did I say Annetta? I didn't know she got a new car.
Yeah, we got when was that? Right after 4th of July. Well, we got back from Vegas on a Wednesday, I guess. On Saturday, that Saturday after the 4th of July, she got a new car. Buick Enclave is what we got.
Okay.
Very nice, like crossover-y SUV. It's got 3 rows of seats. It's the first time ever that I have ever owned a non-Chrysler product. Would you believe that?
Wait. It's the first time you've never owned a Chrysler
product.
I get it.
But I tell you what, man, this car is the quietest car I have ever ridden in.
2019?
2019.
Okay.
It has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay or whatever the hell it's called.
I'm working on getting ours updated with that. I got to make some calls.
Holy cow, it is really cool. Really cool. The Android Auto thing in your car, if you have a newer car that's been purchased in the last 2 or 3 years, it's worth finding out if your car can support Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
Ours is a 2015, and it's got that update. They removed the download link.
Oh, really?
So I'm working on. I gotta make some calls.
The firmware update.
Get them to send me a copy.
It's fantastic. That feature in itself is.
Can you pull like Waze up on the thing?
Yeah.
That's what I want. Yeah.
The cool it'll use Google Maps or Waze. You tell it which one you want to use. It's pretty damn cool.
Because we got a trip to Florida in October that.
Oh yeah.
I really want to get that updated.
Are you going to Disney?
No. We're going to the beach.
Oh okay. So anyway, this was our first road trip. So 427 miles one way. That thing rode like a dream. It's like riding in a cloud. You remember my grandpa car, right?
Oh yeah.
That was a Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
And that thing rode like a cream puff. This thing is very, very, very. You drive over railroad tracks, you'd never know.
Really?
Yeah, It's crazy, man. It's unbelievable. So anyway, we went to Kansas. Ate at a really good Mexican restaurant. The only Mexican restaurant I have ever eaten at that has corn tortilla chips. Have you ever had corn?
Yeah.
No. Not, I'm sorry. Flour instead of corn.
Oh,
So not like pachanga here. Those are corn tortilla chips.
So there's a place at that when I worked at Shriners, there's a place over at the Plaza Frontenac.
Yeah.
When it was next door, they had a mix of corn, sweet potato, and flour.
Flour tortilla chips,
Yeah.
man. Holy crap, those are good.
Well, Taco Bell switched to flour.
Oh, did they really?
tortillas in their nachos and a long time ago.
Yeah, those were really good. And then we went. Annette's grandma really likes the casino, the Indian casinos, because where she lives, it's more or less on the border of Kansas and Oklahoma, due south of Wichita. Well, if you go south a little bit more, there's Indian casinos and Indian reservations.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up gambling. Annette's grandma wanted Jackson to see her gamble because she likes to gamble, and Jackson wanted to see her gamble. Well, Annette and Jackson were asked to leave the casino by security.
Now, wait a minute. I could see Jackson being asked to leave.
It's because Annette was with him. They're like, you guys
Oh.
got to leave. You guys
Oh.
got to get out of here.
They don't have, like in Vegas, you can
Well,
walk down these
they've got-
carpeted areas. But
They've got a sign that says you must continue. You must keep moving and go
Oh, you
from
can't
point A to
stop.
point B. You can't stop. His problem was he stopped.
oh, jeez.
Yeah. So he's now a wanted man in the Indian reservation in Oklahoma.
I don't see really the big deal if you're not playing.
Yeah, I don't really see the big deal either. I'm sure it's part of the state law, so they have to abide by it. They don't have a choice whether or not they enforce it.
I get that, but as long as they're not by a machine,
Right, and he was standing over by the front door.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so that was funny. Then we drove home. We stopped by Hertz Donuts in Springfield and got some donuts.
There you go. Good times. Well, cool. Well, I was going to talk about when we went to that Maggiano's. There was this. Have you ever heard of something called Dog Spot?
No.
So, let me see if it's. No, it's
You gonna take your dogs to Maggiano's? Is that what that's about? They're so well behaved. I think they do great.
No, so there is this.
Hello, doggo.
So literally, when you go,
The hell, you can drop your dog off and go eat?
Yes. So you're walking your dog or whatever, or you bring your dog with you in your car. You can drop them off in this little, and there's only one. Okay,
That's weird.
There's only one container.
Was there a dog in it?
There wasn't a dog in it because, who goes there and brings their dog with them?
Okay, you could probably argue that'd be more popular during lunchtime.
Maybe. But there's only one, okay?
Yeah, that's
It's not
kinda
like
strange.
they have 5 of them, you know?
Right.
And I looked, there's only 2 in the St. Louis area.
Really?
And so it's basically like it's a pretty big, good-sized dog house. It's got AC built in. It says it's auto sanitizing, so it's got like special UV lights and stuff, and it's got a like a glass or a plexiglass door on the front, so the dog could see out, and it's got little obviously air holes.
Right.
You don't want the.
Well, it almost looks like it's climate controlled.
Yes, yeah. It looked like a window unit was hanging out the side of the one
That's
that I
funny.
saw. So you could actually, and there's a little camera inside. You have an app. And you could look in the app and see your dog in there and watch them while they're in there. So I get the idea. It's a pretty good idea, for people, especially
Sure. No, I understand.
like
it.
90 degrees or whatever people. But when there's only 2 in the whole St. Louis area,
and you're putting it by nicer restaurants in the area. So who's taking their dog for a walk and deciding, oh, I'm going to go to eat at Maggiano's?
right? Yeah, you put it. I don't. I don't know where. No, maybe Forest Park, like by the boathouse or something like that.
But I think they let animals at the boat. But I understand what you're saying.
You know, something where it's more of a casual
Yes.
walk-up place.
Yes.
You may have your dog with you, and
Yeah.
they don't want dogs inside. Or
No, I
But
get that.
boathouse is mostly outside. I don't know if there is an inside.
No, there is.
but-
I've eaten inside before.
So
Yeah, I don't understand the location by Maggiano's. Like you said, Forest Park. The restaurants by Forest Park would make more sense, or Central West End. Even the Central West End.
there's also places to shop in that area. So maybe you drop your dog off, you go do your shopping or whatever.
Maybe.
There's the painting with a twist. Maybe you're doing some painting. I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's actually a pretty good idea. I think they probably need to make sure that I could see why they only have a couple, because you want this rock solid. You don't want someone where they can't unlock it to get their dog out
Yeah.
because of some Wi-Fi issue or something else, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Well, you just make it Bluetooth or make it NFC. You know, you could get around the Wi-Fi issue.
I guess, well, or a power issue too, you know?
Yeah.
You got to have some sort of,
A heat cool climate issue.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a,
How much do they charge for that?
I tried to look it up. I could not find anywhere on here. I even downloaded the app to see, and you have to put in credit card info before it even tells you. So
That's stupid. So it's expensive.
yeah. So well, I don't know. But if you don't want your dog to melt,
Don't take your dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Man, I was looking at
Dirty pictures.
no, there's been, because it's about the end of July.
Yep.
We
1
ha-
week left, right?
Yeah, we have August, which nothing really, no real holidays in August.
Kids go back to school.
Then you have, anyway, what I'm leading at is it's getting into the Halloween buying
Oh,
season.
Jesus. Already?
I don't know why you say that's my favorite time
I know.
of year.
It's too early.
I love it. And
I'm sure Lowe's has Christmas decorations out already.
well, in Arnold, did I tell you the old what's that place by Aldi? Not Colt, the other side. It was Here and Now, or here
Yeah, right.
Here Today.
Yeah, here today. Yeah.
They're gone, and they got to sign up for Spirit already.
Oh, really?
So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm seeing a lot of things online of things coming soon. Like I saw there was a new mystery flavor Mountain Dew that it's for Halloween.
Huh.
But one of them that I saw the other day was Zombie Skittles. And it's a pack of Skittles, regular Skittles that, it just says Zombie Skittles. Some of them are just normal Skittles. Some taste like zombie flesh.
No, come on.
So it's kind of like the
Stupid.
bean boozled.
Bean boozled. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to try it
That's
once we.
dumb.
That's dumb. You just don't want to try it.
No, I don't.
So we'll be trying those on the show once.
Of course
I
we will.
find some. I see you didn't bring the BK tacos.
No, I was thinking you did, considering you had it on the agenda.
You didn't even look at the agenda.
I'm looking
So,
at it right here.
Yeah, I put a question mark. I would have, but I was mowing the lawn. So, I guess
Is that code for something?
no. It was actually mowing the
Actually
lawn.
mowing the lawn. I know
Yeah.
you enjoy that task.
That is.
That's why you need to have a boy
Yeah.
and wait about
no,
13
no.
years.
I think equal.
Oh, Millie can do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
But you still got about 12 years. Hell, you'll be, 63 then?
107. Feminism and mowing the lawn, right?
Yep. Teach her how to do it.
You know,
She didn't need a boy to cut the lawn.
exactly right.
Right.
I want to teach her. It's a life skill,
Right. Yeah.
Like,
she didn't need a boy for that.
like changing the oil in your car, or
Yeah. By the time she's driving, there won't be oil in cars.
No.
They'll all be electric vehicles.
yeah, there'll be time machines.
Yeah,
Actually,
hell, that's what 15 years from now. Jesus.
15 years.
Right?
Yes.
Well, 14 and a half. 14 and 7 months.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically 15 years.
Yeah, 16 years. The car you buy probably won't even have an engine. It's probably going to be ran by hydrogen or something. I mean, think about that.
I don't like to think about things like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to buy a car in 3 years for Jackson.
Yep. Yeah.
My insurance rates are going to go up even
Oh,
higher.
I know. Insurance for a 16-year-old
Yeah.
has got to be ridiculous.
It's-
I mean, Epley could probably tell you.
Oh, I'm sure he could. Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that before.
I'm
Yeah,
sure we
because hell,
have.
he has 2 boys.
Oh, and Eli
driving.
just got his.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Eli just got his license, and oh man,
Yeah, I wonder what. Here, let's message him and see if he'll reply.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we went blackberry picking last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what? How?
And surprisingly, I did not end up with. Actually, I don't think any of us ended up with poison ivy.
I saw that sign that was
I know.
posted.
I know.
So, when we were at Eckert's blackberry picking, there was no sign of poison ivy.
Yeah, but
or
I
anything.
think their rows were probably a little bit more trimmed than these rows. I mean, this was like walking through a jungle.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, it was great. So you gonna make some blackberry pie or cobbler?
Yeah,
or?
I'll make a blackberry pie, at least one this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying to make jelly. Have you ever made jelly
Never made jelly
or jam?
No, it takes.
I know
a
it
lot
ain't
of,
jelly
like,
because jam don't shake like
yeah,
that.
it takes takes a lot of boiling, doesn't it?
I don't know. I've never made it. We need a jelly.
No, I think you have to break it down with.
You got to mash it
with
first.
pectin.
But there's ways to do it without pectin, I think.
oh,
So yeah, I don't know.
that's the only way I've
yeah
heard to do it.
right. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it. I kind of because we have 7 pounds, I think.
The only thing with blackberries
The
is
seeds.
Seeds.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
But that's how you know it's real.
Well, yeah, but like I love blackberries.
I love blackberry pie.
They're so good. Blackberry pie, blackberry cobbler. It's one of the most delicious things. But
And I'm gonna try.
every bite, you're like,
That's why
Pick
I
those.
don't bite down all the way. I just bite enough to kind of mash it. I don't bite all the way down.
you
'Cause
just
I hate the seeds.
you
I hate
just
the
swallow.
seeds. No, I just bite enough to just start breaking things down, and then I swallow.
Well, and I would do this. So I used to be on a health kick at one time.
Yeah, you had your own health TV show, your own exercise show, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. I made a lot of smoothies. Okay,
Yeah.
and blackberries were one of those that you'd use once and then you go never again because it's like you're just there's so many seeds.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Speaking
it doesn't
of-
work.
Speaking of smoothies, are you excited for Smoothie King?
I mean, I
They
guess.
open Monday.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I really like smoothies, but I can do them at home.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Smoothies are good,
Yeah.
but
I'll try them.
how much are they going to be and how
don't
long
know.
is the wait going to be?
God, why are you so crabby? You haven't even gone there yet.
Well, they have such
I know you like to wait like I do, but geez.
they have such a tiny
Oh, that is such
Area.
a small place.
so
It's not going to be like Starbucks, but it'll be fine.
actually I'm surprised how well Starbucks works.
I agree. I've been by there. I don't know. I go to lunch over that way, whatever. I have not seen the line that long.
No, it's been very efficient.
I agree.
They've been cranking them out pretty
Yeah.
quick, and the line has not. I thought so. Down in Festus, where we live, I thought that we got a Starbucks, and
Yeah.
it was the talk of the town.
Yeah, it was.
and
now a Smoothie King.
yeah, now a Smoothie King.
I know.
So, and I would get coffee and smoothies at Panera Bread or St. Louis Bread, as
Sure.
it's called in this area. So I really don't need either one of those companies, but whatever. I haven't been to the Starbucks yet, but
It's nice inside.
they made a lot more. They made better choices when building the thing than they did, because about 15 miles north of us.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Is Arnold, which they have a Starbucks.
That one is so bad.
The line is dumb.
Stupid.
It goes through a
Parking lot.
Panda Express and a Wingstop.
Yes.
They don't have their own building.
So if you're one of the poor bastards parked in front of Panda or Wingstop, you're stuck because that line
it never,
at their drive-thru is never less than 30 cars.
and it doesn't wrap around the building.
No.
Like this one, the one here wraps around the building. All
Yeah.
the cars are
Yeah.
around the building. The other one, you got to go through
It's
the middle of the
so
parking
horrible.
lot.
So horrible.
So
How did we get on this subject? Blackberries?
the Smoothie King, making smoothies.
So I'm going to, when I make my blackberry pie, I'm going to try and make my own pie crust by hand.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know why, but blackberry cobbler I like better than blackberry pie, even though it's really the same.
What do you put on your topping for your blackberry cobbler? You put pie crust, or do you put like the crumble?
The crumble.
So it's not the same.
I mean, yes, but it's the same taste. It's a
Sure, but
bready
it's not
crust,
the same.
and
It's crumbled. It's crumbled.
there's no
versus-
bottom crust
Right.
with a cobbler.
And that's typically, is that done in like a 9x13 typically, or a square pan?
Square, either one.
Yeah, not a pie pan, because it'd be
And-
pie then.
And vanilla ice cream's delicious.
Oh sure,
on.
yeah, you got to get vanilla bean.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, you want to talk about this Marvel or Comic-Con?
Sure. I didn't go. Did you?
I was there. Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
You got invited this time?
No, I didn't go.
Oh.
So, because it's one of those things I would love to experience one day.
Oh, it'd be great.
But
the crowds.
the crowds are one thing. Well, they limit it, so
right,
there's.
but still.
But the neat thing is, the official San Diego Comic-Con has big news events. Kind of like the New York one and the San Diego one, both.
So here's an idea.
Big announcements.
So I don't know if you know.
Movie announcements.
I don't know if you know this, but I helped start a tech conference. It's
heard.
been some work.
Yeah.
But why don't we start a Comic-Con
Well, so Wizard World
of St. Louis?
Wizard World is a traveling
Oh, is it?
comic.
It's Wizarding World, isn't it?
Is it Wizarding World?
I think so.
I thought it was just Wizard. Well, either way, it travels. It goes all over the country.
Yeah.
But you can't use the word Comic-Con
Oh, really?
because Salt Lake City, I know, got in trouble for using Comic-Con.
Can you use comic convention?
I think that's okay.
Hmm.
Comic-Con, the San Diego wants that Comic-Con. If you use that Comic-Con, they will sue you.
Interesting. So we shouldn't title the article or this episode Comic-Con?
Yeah, STL. Well, it's episode 144. I thought gross would be a good name for this, because 144.
I don't know what that means.
Gross. 144 items in a gross.
Oh,
12,
yeah.
12 dozen.
Sure, whatever.
I don't know. So, Marvel Comic-Con, I say Marvel Comic-Con because Marvel made huge announcements. And the thing is, they only gave the next 2 years.
Which are movies that, if they're coming out in the next 2 years, have probably gone. Some of them have already gone through production and are in post, and some of them are probably in production now. Wouldn't you think?
Well, yeah.
Because it takes about a year before they're released.
Probably the TV shows that we got. So they are kind of combining. So there's always been the Netflix Marvel shows. You've had the ABC Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Now they're basically putting balls in They're like saying
Kickballs.
they're saying movies and Disney Plus
I'm telling you
shows
what, man.
all are in the same universe. I mean, they've always kind of said that, but they're like including it. Like
Disney Plus is going to make serious money for Disney.
oh, Marvel alone.
Yeah.
So here's a list. Okay, we got Black Widow coming out May 1st, 2020. So next
A year from
spring.
Well, just
Yeah. So that's going to tell the story of I think they said after Civil War.
Okay.
Black Widow.
Interesting.
So it's not going to be it's going to be an established Black Widow that kind of knows who she is, and it's not going to be, or I'm sure they'll go back to some flashbacks and stuff of early things.
Origin stuff.
They've already said that the villain in that is going to be Taskmaster, which is a villain that his whole thing is he can duplicate whatever moves you do.
Oh, interesting.
So it's hard to beat.
Sure.
Deadpool's beat him a few times in the comics. The Eternals, I don't know much about the Eternals. I think there is a little bit of them in the new Spider-Man, which I have not seen yet. But the Eternals comes out November 6th of 2020. Also in 2020, it says fall of 2020 on Disney Plus, we have The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which, okay, if you haven't seen Endgame, sorry, it's time you've seen it, okay? So Steve Rogers hands Sam the shield.
Yeah.
Says you're Captain America. So Falcon is now basically Captain America.
But he keeps the name Falcon, right?
So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be like his transitioning of going from Falcon to, because
So
Falcon has no super serum in him.
True.
He just has that.
He's lucky.
Yeah, I mean he's got his military training. That's
right.
Really all he's got. And he's got the gadget, the wings.
Right. So he's lucky.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that he hasn't been killed.
The Winter Soldier, which they when he was in Wakanda, he became the White Wolf.
Yes.
So he's and he has a super serum in him.
Yes.
So
yes, because he was one of the assassins.
yeah, so we'll see. Bucky
Barnes.
So we'll see. A brand new character, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That comes out February of 2021. Then we have WandaVision, which comes in to Disney Plus. Oh, the Falcon and Winter Soldier was Disney Plus. Shang-Chi is a movie. WandaVision.
So does that mean the Falcon one, is that a TV show or a movie?
That is going to be a TV show.
Okay.
WandaVision is going to be a TV show. Which
now WandaVision, that's Wanda and Vision, or
Yeah.
is it WandaVision? New WandaVision.
WandaVision. Step right up and get your brand new WandaVision.
Yeah.
A color TV, son. I do not know. I'm assuming it's both. Because Wanda, Scarlet Witch. They couldn't use that term because Fox owned it. Now I guess they can use Scarlet Witch now again because Disney owns Fox.
Right.
But it's Vision. Well, from we don't know what his current how he is now. So
I assumed he died.
yeah, me too. I thought his death was real, but we'll see. Loki comes out of spring. This is a show that comes spring 2021 to Disney Plus. That Tom Hiddleston is exactly when they went back in time in Endgame.
Yep.
When he took the Tesseract
And took off.
That's the Loki.
Interesting.
They even said that's exactly it. That's the Loki. That means that he's still criminal,
Right.
He's not the changed Loki.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That title is amazing because it brings up the multiverse, which apparently Spider-Man does, which I still got to see.
Oh, wait, which Spider-Man?
The new one that just came out a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I'm going to bite my tongue at the comment you just made, but okay.
What did I say?
Nothing.
I don't know.
About the multiverse.
What about the multiverse?
Nothing.
Okay. Multiverse of Madness, May 7th, 2021. Next one is What If? It's an animated thing. It's coming summer 2021. That'll be like different stories. That's coming to Disney Plus. So different stories about different, like, what if this character didn't die, or this character
that sounds lame.
didn't do this. And so it's, yeah. Hawkeye comes fall 2021 to Disney Plus. Big announcement was Thor: Love and Thunder coming November 5th, 2021.
Sounds like a adult film.
Love and Thunder. Bow wow. So last we saw Thor, he was on the ship with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
So this is supposed to come before Guardians 3. So we're probably going to see the Guardians in this movie, because we're going to have to see some resolution of Thor getting off.
Right.
It'll probably be something simple as him fighting with them.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I need to get back to wherever. Interesting. Did you hear the thing about this?
Yeah, Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman's back, and she's going to be the new Thor.
I don't understand that.
They've done it in the comics.
Did they?
Female Thor.
So
I don't know if it was Jane Foster, but
Thor's not Thor, or there's two Thors?
Well, she wields the hammer. I don't know.
So she's worthy.
She's worthy.
Does Guy Thor still wield the hammer if he wanted to?
Don't know. Well, he's got the Stormbreaker.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. Don't ask me everything. So that was what he gave the 2. This is what they gave the Marvel thing. 2 years of Phase 4. But he also kind of teased Phase 5. They said there's going to be Blade, and they even announced. Do you ever see Green Book?
Yeah.
The dude in that.
The white dude or the black dude?
It's Blade. The black dude. Some Malley.
He was good in that. He was really good in that.
He's going to be Blade.
Like the old Wesley Snipes movie, Blade?
Yes.
Interesting.
So he'll be the Daywalker. So all the powers of a vampire, but can walk in sunlight.
Yeah.
He also teased, obviously, Black Panther 2, Captain America.
What did he say to him when he teased him?
Captain Marvel 2, Guardians 3, and he kind of hinted Fantastic Four and X-Men, which will be new Disney properties. So
Nude Disney properties?
Nude Disney properties. So there you go. That's all Marvel news. How about that, man? You looking forward to that lineup?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how they do a lot of the TV shows with Disney Plus. If they're going to, I assume they'll release them like Netflix does all at once instead of episode by episode.
I hope so, but you know what? So, on one hand, it's cool. Then you could just go, oh, let's watch the next episode. Let's watch the next one. On the other hand, it kind of keeps you coming back every week.
Exactly.
Hulu does it where, okay, they'll release an episode every Wednesday or every Tuesday or whatever of whatever show they have.
Yeah.
And it's kind of I like both, but that you almost, I think it's better because when you're online, you don't accidentally see some spoilers or something because you're not caught up.
Right.
Because this guy watched all 12 episodes last night, and so he's going to say, oh, so-and-so did it, you know.
Yeah.
Part of the fun. Did you see the trailer for Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
I did.
Man, that looks pretty awesome. Did you watch the documentary?
Did not.
For that? Yeah, that's a good one. But Tom Hanks,
There was nothing in the trailer about his sniper days, though.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that, but it's not true.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. So it's very. It looks like it's going to be a very good movie.
It'll be an Oscar for Tom Hanks.
I don't know about an Oscar. It definitely is going to make some money because Tom Hanks, and it's amazing.
And it's Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Were you a fan of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Can't say I've seen it.
Man. Okay. Well, you're not much of a Kevin Smith fan then. So he's making so the whole movie, 20 years ago, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, it's about they were in a comic book, and then someone decided to make a movie based on their comic, and they're going to stop the movie because they're like, we don't want that, So 20 years later, they're rebooting the movie, so they're going again to stop the reboot. So it's kind of funny because it's kind of meta. Like, that's really what's happening in Hollywood. They're rebooting everything.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty. I think I love Kevin Smith. I think he's.
Does Molly know that?
Yeah, I think I like his podcast. I like his movies, and Clerks was one of my favorite movies. And
I don't know that I've ever seen Clerks all the
Really?
way through. I don't think so.
Huh. Yeah, I know Josh and I saw Jay and Silent Bob. It's a good movie. So there you go. That's most of Comic-Con. Well, some of mostly
It's the Marvel.
It's the Marvel. Oh, Creep Show. Do you remember Creep Show in the 80s? It was the movie that kind of had, it was a horror movie that had 3 or 4 different stories. Stephen King.
No.
But
I'm not a big horror person.
So I love those movies. There was Creepshow 1 and 2. I loved the little vignettes of movie. Twilight Zone I like. Twilight Zone is similar. All those Tales from the Dark Side, all those are kind of similar, but this is like a horror. So they announce Shudder, the streaming horror service.
Yeah.
They are going to be making a creep show TV series. So each show will have 2 mini episodes.
Interesting.
So I don't know. Something I would definitely look into. And I probably will subscribe to Shudder. Just
really?
For that. Yeah. And it's probably just for the Halloween season too.
No.
Yep. What else you got for us?
I'm out, man.
You're out? So I was reading this article. I know you do a lot of tech advice.
I do?
Yeah. And there was a whole article on motion smoothing. Are you familiar with the motion smoothing? It's a setting on a lot of the newer TVs, 4K especially. When you turn on when you get a brand new TV, you'll watch something and it'll be like, man, this looks kind of, it's crystal clear, but something's off about this. And people also call this the soap opera effect or camcorder effect. It's called motion smoothing is the actual name, but it smooths out motion. Almost what it does is, like, when you watch a movie, it has kind of a filter over it. It almost like takes that filter off with this smoothing technique that's done with your TV. So it almost looks like what you're watching was shot with a camcorder or something. And it was weird when I first got my 4K TV, that feature was on. And I'm like, man, this looks great, but I don't get it. Why is everything and anyone who would come over, they go, man, this looks nice, but why is everyone, it just looks, soap opera-y or, So there is a setting where you can turn that off on your TV and it'll look better. So if anyone out there has bought a 4K TV, you may want to look at that. Your movies may not be as good as you want them to look. And I notice it a lot with not movies so much, but a lot of sitcoms that I've watched, like Friends, for example. I'd be like, why does this look so... It looks weird,
Can't say I've noticed it.
So there's, I think it's called ultra smoothing or something on the TV I have, but by default, a lot of them have it turned on. And it's a lot of, this article I looked at really talks about all these producers of movies and stuff saying how bad it is for film. The thing it's good for sports, having that turned on because it fixes any kind of blur. But it's for normal television and movies, it kind of ruins it.
I'll have to look.
But I figured I'd put that little tip out there for people if they have that turned on. So what else? We don't really have much else. We were supposed to get a snack again this week, but we didn't get one.
No, we'll do next week.
Yeah, we'll have to do
we'll
it
make
next
Josh
week.
bring BK tacos.
There you go. They'll probably stop selling them by then.
Probably.
So I got more. I got another donation from Pate, so I'd like to thank Pate.
Yeah.
Thank you for donating to the show. We will have to get some more snacks.
He could buy our BK tacos.
BK tacos, definitely. That'll be something we'll get with those. There was something at KFC that I saw that...
Man, I have not eaten at KFC in forever.
I know, and they're right here now.
Yeah, I know.
Although they're, weird area.
Yeah, once more stuff goes in out there, they'll be fine.
Yeah. So, well... I guess we will end now because we don't have much else to talk about.
All right.
So it's been good. It's been great. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, damn it.
Oh. Well, let me try it again.